Chester Bennington's son is crying again, and no matter what Linkin Park do, they can't do anything right through the teary eyes of JAIME Bennington. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. We've made a few videos on JAIME Bennington in the past week, and basically how pathetic this guy is, and how he's tried to make the return of Linkin Park all about him. He's accused Linkin Park of some pretty horrible things, basically saying that they are trying to erase his father when they've done no such thing. And unfortunately, you know, Chester, rest in peace, erased himself. It wasn't the band that did that, yet he's basically accused the band of trying to remove him from history, forget about his existence, tried to delete him from Linkin Park. He says that the band should be able to continue. They continue. He complains about the singer. He says that the band are trying to erase him. The band say that they're not erasing him and that Chester will always be with them. And then he complains about that and calls the band disgusting. So, I mean, no matter what Linkin Park do, they can't do right in this guy's eye. And you know what? He is an attention-seeking little fucking bastard. And, I mean, he had his say last week, and people entertained it. At the end of the day, this guy is nothing. I mean, at one point in time, he was a sperm cell from Chester, and he probably should have stayed that way, because, I mean, it's sad that his dad's dead, yet he's making everything about him. He's not even making it about his dad. He's actually making it about him, saying, the band's done this to me, the band's done that to me. It's like, grow up.
Yeah, well, grow up. I look at this guy. I can't even believe this is Chester Bennington's son. I mean, you actually look at him, you look at this guy must be, what, nearly 30? What age was Chester Bennington when he had this guy?
All I see is a loser, honestly, man. All I see is a loser.
I see a loser with a pedo stash, but, you know, I mean, see, at the end of the day, see Linkin Park, man, we've touched on it in a bunch of other vids, but I actually don't understand this guy's problem.
No, he says he's not against Linkin Park continuing on. They continue on, and he complains about the choice of singer. Oh, I don't think it really matters. They could have picked anybody. Maybe he's annoyed that they didn't pick him. I mean, that actually could, because I believe he does a little bit of singing in his spare time. He's not made it. He's not had any success, but I believe he does some shows and stuff like that. Here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's jealous they didn't pick him. And he just says that 1 minute he accuses the band of forgetting about Chester, and then they bring Chester up and he says that the band are being disrespectful by remembering him. So, you know, I mean, pick a side, son, you know.
It must be so hard for Mike Chioda and co not to just absolutely lose their shit in this guy. Yeah, the only reason they're doing that is out of respect to Chester Bennington.
Yes, I mean, obviously they don't want to, you know, go viral and go public on lashing out on their friend's, you know, son. But I mean, it's getting to the point where I wouldn't really be surprised if Shinoda made a big statement and basically just called this guy out for being the loser that he fucking is. But, so, Linkin Park recently did a tour. I believe it was on the 11th of September. They were in a certain show, did a certain gig. JAIME Bennington attended. Before they played their final song, Shinoda addressed the audience, asking for a show of hands from those who had seen Linkin Park previously and those who were attending their first show. Impressed by nearly equal number of first-time attendees, Shinoda continued with the following. He said, quote, "That's incredible. That's part of why we're back out here. It is not about erasing the past. It is about starting this new chapter into the future and coming out of here for each and every one of you. We love playing for you guys. We love writing this music. We're very fucking excited about the new record. So thank you guys very much. We've had an incredible night with you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon." End of quote. Nothing wrong with that. And additionally, before the gig that night, I believe in a live stream either earlier that day or the day before, Shinoda was speaking to the fans and he encouraged them to sing along during songs and to be Chester's voice. Now, that seems like a nice little touch from him, but of course JAIME Bennington didn't see it that way. He's seen this as very disrespectful because he claims the band knew he was going to be in attendance, even though He said he tried to reach out and that he couldn't get in contact with the band. He tried to get tickets from the band. I guess he wanted freebies. He said that he had no communication with the band and had to actually get tickets through a friend, yet he's claiming that Shinoda was somehow asking the audience to sing along to be Chester's voice, and that he was somehow trying to place JAIME in Chester's body by getting the fans to sing along. That seems like a very far reach, but this is what JAIME had to say on the matter. He said after the gig, quote, Uncle Mike Shinoda used my words against me at least 3 to 4 times last night, knowing I was in the audience, knowing how I've been treated by all of the band. And on top of all of that, he made me Chester Bennington again. Apparently, he's going to tell the audience every show that they are the voice and presence of my father. Disgusting. End of quote. Thoughts on that? I mean, a nice little sentimental, trying to add a little bit of value, trying to keep Chester's memory alive, trying to tell the audience you can be Chester's voice by singing along, and JAIME Bennington makes this all about himself, claiming that the band are trying to make him Chester Bennington, even though he was at one show. He's not going to be at every single show. They didn't know he was at that show. And then he claims this is disgusting by the band trying to keep Chester's memories alive, even though he accused them last week of trying to erase Chester. So, I mean, which one is it?
I mean, I'm just disgusted in this guy. Absolute loser of the highest order. If Linkin Park didn't mention him during this tour, he would have cried about that. Oh, they're trying to erase him by not mentioning him. And now it's, oh, they're making fun of him because they're saying his name and that everyone... You know, Mike Shinoda is simply saying, here, guys, sing along and, you know, we can keep the... You know, that we as a band and you as the fans can keep Chester Bennington alive, even though he's not here with us right now. That's it. There's nothing more to it. And this entitled fucking pedo stash, specky bandana wearing prick makes it all about him.
It's I think he's the disgusting one. Yeah. I think he's disgusting the way he's handled this and the way he's making it all about him. Honestly, I mean, what makes...
No, this would be poor if the guy was about 12 years old. The guy looks about 30.
What makes Shinoda said, I think, is actually a nice wee touch.
Yep.
Trying to keep Chester's memory alive, trying to get the crowd involved, and, you know, trying to make it about Chester, and this guy's not happy with it. But like you said, if he didn't mention Chester, then I'm sure he'd be complaining about how he went to a gig and that there was no mention of his father and that the band's continuing to erase him. I mean, this guy, at this point, I think he wants royalties or something, or he wants to profit. He wants money. He wants compensated. He wants something.
No, he definitely must want something, because I don't get it. You know, it's honestly pathetic. But I mean, we're saying royalties. I'm sure this guy's well off, man. Chester Bennington made a lot of money before he, you know, erased himself, and this guy's obviously received some of it.
Maybe he wants more.
Maybe he wants
more.
Or
maybe it's the spotlight. Maybe it's attention he wants.
You know what? Mike Shinoda, right, Mike Shinoda could have walked down to Chester Bennington's grave, dropped his drawers, and dropped the number 2 on top of the fucking gravestone, and it still wouldn't be as bad as what this prick's done in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it, guys. I mean, I can't be arsed talking about this guy anymore. Fuck him. This is what he wants.
Shit it out. I
mean,
just to shit it away.
I mean, he probably wants people to talk about him, so let's not talk about him anymore. But I can't believe how this guy, like you said, I mean, he's coming across like a 12-year-old. Absolute loser of the highest proportion. And, I mean, to call the band disgusting for trying to, you know, they're horrible for supposedly erasing and replacing his work. And then they're disgusting for, you know, trying to keep his memory alive. He's just proven that they can't win.
Yep, they can't win, but we can win, and you can win by muting this prick.
Yeah, anyway, guys, that's it. Don't mute us, so leave us a like, leave us a comment, make sure you subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, Bean Fog Entertainment. Peace.